Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Taurus June 2023 Tarot Bite weekly reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So welcome. This reading is meant to be a mini reading, about 10 minutes or less. So it's just a short preview of what to expect for the week ahead for your sign, which in this case is Taurus. So hi, all my Tauruses out there, or my cross watchers. We are going to be pulling cards to dive a little deeper into the message that came through in the collective reading for the week, which is posted on my channel if you're interested. Now, the theme that came out this week was taking a new path. That this is the doorway week of us really being able to kind of get to that fork in the road where we can kind of go down the same path we have been going down, or we can choose to take one that is going to lead to more spiritual growth and possibly one that is more supportive of who we are now at this point in our life. So allowing us to live a little more authentically into our experience. So I'm going to pull a card here first, Taurus, to see what wants to come out for you. So as I was getting into your energy, I did pick up on the word soul, like our soul, our connection to spirit. So this may be a week where you are just connecting a little bit more to yourself, to sometimes when we connect, I feel personally, when we connect to our soul, we also connect to nature, we connect to other people, we are able to see ourselves mirrored or feel ourselves kind of connected to everything. And so that might be a week where this might be a week where you really are starting to feel that or starting to see that connectivity. And the beauty when we get to that place is that we can really see then, we can start to see where we fit into that greater collective experience. Okay, we had a lot coming out here. I guess we'll go with all of them, Taurus. This might be a little bit longer than a 10-minute read, but we'll see what the message wants to come out. So we have the abundant universe will provide, Buffalo Spirit. I love this card. Actually reminds me of Taurus because there's that kind of bull energy coming through. It's the number 10, which really speaks to the number of endings and beginnings. So it's kind of, for me, this is like that card that says something new is coming, and don't be afraid to take that new road, because the universe will support you if you have the courage to start that new thing or to start going down that new path. Then we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate with the number 1. So again, there's this theme of 1 coming through here, a new start, a focus on the self. But with the time to collaborate, I like this. Now, this could actually speak to this week. You might be looking at your relationships, whether this is collaboration with a partner, a romantic partner, or collaboration with someone maybe in your work environment, or just even a friendship. But there is something here that's coming through very much that you can build it stronger with others, and that there's a little bit with the puzzle pieces coming through, a little bit of that kind of being pragmatic with looking at where the pieces in your life fit together and how people actually fit in that as well. It might be a week where you actually start to really review. Maybe there are some people that maybe no longer fit, and maybe there are some new people coming in that can kind of, help fill those spaces or fill those voids, especially if you've changed. When we're thinking about the energy of this week and us really starting to transform into the more heightened version of ourselves or into the next iteration of our spiritual growth, there is this feeling that, as we kind of change our shape, others might not fit in, and we might start to attract others that fit better as a puzzle piece with us to kind of flesh out this new version of ourselves. So we have also Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait, with the number 53, breaking down to the number 8. That's the number of physical abundance. It's also the number of leading from a place of personal empowerment, which is beautiful. I like that the watch and wait is coming through because there's that feeling here of kind of preparing yourself really this week, again, getting in touch with your soul, getting in touch with who you are, getting in touch to how that connects to everything in your current experience. This might not be the week to actually act on any of this. It might just be the week to kind of start to put the pieces together. And then we have Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Yeah, makes sense, right? This is that week to kind of get yourself prepared for the new. So number 28 breaks down to the number 10 as well. So there's that number 10 with the 1 and the 0, endings and beginnings. So this is almost like preparing yourself, really looking at what is tied to the old version of yourself and what are you willing to take with you into the new. This can even be on a mental space, clearing out the clutter, where you're just getting prepared to welcome in the new cycle. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarifiers here for each of these cards. So let's see what wants to come out for you, Taurus. I'm going to spread them out so I can get a little better idea here. So for Buffalo Spirit, for the abundant universe will provide, what does Taurus need to know about that? Let's see what else wants to come out for you. So when we're thinking about, again, taking a new path, we can, sometimes taking a new path presents itself literally with something new. A new person comes into our life and all of a sudden we're going this way instead of this way. But I'm getting a feel for you more, Taurus, that this is really about the internal decision. It's less about external factors and more about you choosing to take the path instead of you kind of being forced onto a path or pulled this way or, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. As you're kind of starting to think about which way to go in your life from this point forward. So the abundant universe will provide. We have the 3 of Swords. There's a level of heartbreak or heartache that's coming through here with that maybe there's this feeling that in the past the universe didn't provide. And this is saying this is a new cycle where that will be addressed. Well, that will be repaired. There'll be a balancing out of that. So if you can kind of release the pain of the past, you open yourself up to the abundance that wants to come in for you. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there was a heartache around something that you had tried to nurture into existence. Whether this was a business, whether this was a home, whether this was a family. But there was something here around whatever you had tried to work towards, whatever you were hoping for to nurture, the opportunity just didn't come through. And this is a new cycle where the opportunity probably will come through this time, but it might be in a different form than what you were originally hoping for. So that's also where we kind of have to keep ourselves not tied to specific results, but more tied to the experience and having faith that our soul is being called to a specific thing and that spirit will end up in the grand, great divine design of everything, really make that happen for ourselves, but in a way that's most suited to ourselves. Now, for Ant Spirit, time to collaborate, we have the Knight of Swords. This is a card of sharing your truth. It's a card of communication. There may be a communication that comes in this week where somebody does want to start to collaborate with you in some respect. Now, again, this doesn't have to be like a workplace collaboration. This can literally be the next romantic partner that wants to come in and you get a text message or someone that you go on a date with who says, I really feel a connection to you. Like, let's keep this going. And all of a sudden, here starts, again, then it's your choice to choose to take a path that's going to lead towards romantic fulfillment. Or this could be even a friend that comes in out of the blue and says, hey, I have an opportunity for us to go do something together. Would you like to do this? And suddenly you realize that this person might be filling a new space for yourself in the need for a new friend to come in, something along those lines, or an invitation to connect to maybe a larger community or group of people. This could also be you communicating with someone and that person saying, yeah, actually, I'm on board. But there is something here with the Knight of Swords around communication and around quick, kind of maybe blunt communication. So let's see about Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. What are you watching for, Taurus? What is Taurus watching for? I think this is a really good week too to really start to think about what do you want to bring more of into your life. A lot of times we'll focus on one aspect of our experience, almost kind of obsessively. We can get really tied into work at certain periods in our life, or we can get really tied into focusing only on the family, or only on friendships, or only on hobbies. Whatever that might be for you at this time in your experience. But there's something now around really taking a look at maybe almost course correcting a little bit of maybe wherever you've been really focused for the past cycle, chapter, because we're thinking about endings and beginnings. What's the missing piece that you would really like to have come into your life? What's the new experience? What can you open yourself up to in another avenue of your life that maybe you have not been focused on for some time? Now, for the Seahorse spirit, I love that the Empress came out. Watch and wait. The Empress really embodies this energy almost to a T. She is the energy of someone who holds space for what she wants to come in for herself, for what she wants to manifest. She is truly the symbol of the pregnant woman who is holding space for the child that is to come. She's also someone who's highly creative. She understands that the creation process, takes time. So again, there's this patient quality to her, but also this deep, intense knowing, understanding, and holding space for what she wants. So beautiful for watch and wait. So again, for those of you who are looking to create something, this is that beautiful kind of almost like in between time of just holding space for what you want to grow. Okay, let's take a look at clear out the clutter, and then we'll finish the reading for the week. Clear out the clutter. What does Taurus need to know about that? We have, Queen of Wands. Love it. There's almost this feeling of like burning away anything that is tied to a version of yourself that maybe felt less than, a version of yourself that's directly tied to where you felt that the spirit, the universe was not abundant, did not come forward and allow you to reap the rewards for something you had long nurtured or something you had worked a good deal towards. So this is saying with Queen of Wands, it's time to really bloom where you're planted, to tap into your own magic, and to, in doing that, kind of burn away anything that is tied to the old that's going to leave you really being able to see your own new shape, your own new puzzle piece, and how others are going to start to come in to fill in that experience for you, this new experience as you move forward. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to watch the full collective reading that has a few more themes that came through, that's up on my channel. I also have a full video for June for each sign. So if you'd like to see a more extended forecast for the month ahead, you can go ahead and find those on my channel as well. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website to view a list of my services. But if I don't see you there, I hope to see you all next week for your next weekly Tarot Bite reading. Bye, Taurus.